Hi, my name is Dr. Shruti Naik. I'm an associate professor at Mount Sinai School of Medicine in New York City, and I'm a co-organizer for the Innate Immune Memory in Vancouver next February 2025. So, understanding how cells remember inflammation really requires a multidisciplinary approach. And our vision for this meeting was to break down silos and bring together scientists and physicians from different areas of research to allow for cross-fertilization of ideas. So this works on several levels. On one level, we're bringing together immunologists who study innate immune memory with folks who are studying how T cells adapt to different microenvironments. So our meeting is a joint meeting with T cell differentiation and tissue microenvironments. So it's going to be a really exciting opportunity for these two fields to come together. And on another level, we're bringing together people who are studying fundamental mechanisms by which cells pass on their memories, and intertwining these basic scientists with people who study contemporary topics in human health and disease, like vaccinology and chronic disease and aging. So it's going to be a lot of fun bringing together this broad and diverse community of scientists to see where the field is going. This meeting is really unique. I think it's a little bit different than anything else that's out there because we are asking folks to talk about inflammatory memory in a really broad scope. We want to understand how memory is encoded. We want to understand mechanisms. We want to understand what those mechanisms mean for human health and disease. And we're also trying to understand on a global scale how things like climate change and our changing environments are impacting human health through memory. But the other really exciting part of this meeting is that it's a joint meeting, and it's joint with T cell adaptation in tissue. So we know that innate immune cells, we know that stromal cells, and we know that lots of non-immune cells can remember inflammation. And what we're hoping is that by having a joint meeting between innate immune memory and T cell adaptation, we can get these two areas to talk to each other and really start building interactions and communications in how innate immune training is impacting T cell adaptation and how T cells and tissues are influencing innate immune training. The field of inflammatory memory is moving rapidly and exponentially. And what that means is that there are many new areas that have emerged in the last few years and even the last few months and will emerge in the upcoming months. And some of those are going to include new mechanisms of how memory is encoded, how memory can promote health or be maladaptive to disease. We're going to understand how memory is contributing to different diseases. We're also going to understand how memory could potentially be compounded and affect aging or promote longevity. So personally, the area that I'm most excited about hearing about is this area of inter and transgenerational inheritance. And I think these studies of transgenerational inheritance of inflammation, diet, microbial exposure are really asking us to revisit the Lamarckian perspective of inherited acquired characteristics, or how our experiences can be passed on to the next generation. It's a new area, it's really cutting edge, and I think it's going to be quite transformative in how we understand our organismal adaptation to the environment across not just one generation, but multiple generations. I think there's a lot of cutting edge technologies that are coming on board or have come on board recently that have really propelled this field forward and will continue to do that. So I think unprecedented advances in single cell and spatial epigenetics, in metabolic profiling, because we know that cellular metabolism underpins a lot of inflammatory training. And then genome and in particular epigenome engineering technologies are really going to allow us to take the field from one that is rooted in discovery to one that is now being actualized in the clinic. The Keystone Symposia are really special because they are really fostered around curating and facilitating a community or surrounding a field. And what that really allows us to do is bring together global leaders in the field with folks that are just starting out, folks that are trainees, that are early career scientists, and really have meaningful interactions between these two groups that allow for new project ideas, new collaborations, a larger network. And this is all facilitated through not just the broader plenary talks, but smaller short talks, workshops, career roundtables, panels. So it really is a meeting space for scientists at every career stage. And it's going to be really special because it's going to bring together this community that is all focused on understanding inflammatory memory. So one of the things that the meeting organizers were very focused on was the next generation of scientists, trainees, early career scientists. Renato, Kiki, and I all really wanted to showcase these trailblazers. And so to do this, we have a series of short talks, a specific workshop dedicated to the short talks, and a vibrant poster session. So there's ample opportunity to showcase your work, to get feedback on your work, and to network with people surrounding your science. This is going to be a very exciting meeting, and anyone interested in registering can register up until the start date of February 2nd. For talks, the registration deadline is October 31st, and for posters, it's 3 weeks before the meeting. So please register and join us in February 2025 for what is sure to be a memorable meeting.